On this edition of Inside Education, during this statewide Week of Respect, get ready for a culture shock.
We learn choreography, we learn how to respect others and ourselves and how to be a good person.
We go inside a local nonprofit that teaches self-worth, dignity, and respect for all people through the power of dance. Then a big national honor for a local CCSD elementary school from the U.S. Department of Education. Why Goolsby Elementary has been named a National Blue Ribbon School. Plus, what it takes to be a National Merit Scholar. More than 4 dozen CCSD students are semifinalists. Those stories and more. Inside Education starts right now.
The cornerstone of education is getting to know a student first.
We want to make sure that we're supporting families and students.
I think that the community should know that their voice counts.
Our students have all the potential in the world.
Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Inside Education. I'm your host, Mitch Truswell. The first week of October is known in Nevada as the Week of Respect. At its core, Week of Respect is an anti-bullying effort and a time to celebrate diversity, to remind students, parents, educators, and the entire community that we all play a role in creating and maintaining a safe and respectful learning environment. That's a year-long effort. The Clark County School District has adopted the theme, Be an Upstander. Here's a snippet of a video by Superintendent Dr. Jesus Jara that helped kick off the week.
One emphasis of the Week of Respect is to be an upstander, which encourages students to stand up and take an active role against bullying. CCSD and the Clark County community, get your blue on. Show each other respect and kindness now and throughout the entire year.
Creating a respectful environment is also a primary focus for a local dance troupe. They call themselves Culture Shock. As Inside Education's Kathy Topp is here to tell us, the group's goal is to work with kids who love hip-hop and urban dance, while also inspiring positive change and attitudes. Kathy.
Mitch, as soon as you walk into Culture Shock's dance studio, you see the nonprofit's mantra on the walls and on t-shirts: self-worth, dignity, and respect for all people. They are not just words. For members of Culture Shock, it's a way of life.
5, 6, 7, 8, go 1.
This is Culture Shock.
We dance, we talk, we relate.
A nonprofit dance troupe committed to creative choreography.
Culture Shock is an organization that is dedicated to providing youth an opportunity to have a creative outlet,
as well as something else.
We cultivate self-worth, dignity, respect through dance. So we try to take the children in the community and teach them life lessons and experience by using dance.
Janaea Roussel says once you join Culture Shock, you never really leave. Janaea grew up in the troupe, and now as an adult, she's a professional dancer. And her 8-year-old daughter, Naomi, is learning the same steps and same life lessons that her mom did.
Is Culture Shock a place where you learn to be respectful and learn to not be rude to others?
I know it's so cliche that the children are our future, but it is. I started when I was a teen, and now being an adult, my daughter is now on the troupe and in the program, and it's very rewarding to now teach her all the things that I've learned and the things that I didn't learn, ways to be better in certain areas, because now I'm responsible for her confidence and self-worth and having integrity in what she does.
It's a family.
Culture Shock's executive director, Evangeline Biscara Golda, is a retired CCSD teacher who has seen firsthand the difference this dance troupe can make.
When they come in here, they're all one. So that's one thing we're very proud of our family is everybody treats everybody the same way. There's a very diverse group of kids, a very diverse group of teachers, diverse group of people, families. But when they all come in here, we all have something in common, and it's just the love of the family.
Students often gather in the lobby to work on homework or simply talk.
outside of dance, like if I have trouble with school, like, all right, let's get together, we'll figure this out. Like even for the kids, like they're able to bring their schoolwork here and we'll like help them figure out like what they need, help them get their grades up. So it just goes beyond just dancing.
Still, it is the love of expression that brings this group together.
It's its own language in a way. It connects not only people that speak Spanish or English, it can connect everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And between the beats, the moves, the steps, and the smiles, these kids are building character, gaining acceptance, and learning respect.
So we're teaching life skills, we're teaching self-worth, dignity, respect for all people. That's something that we wear proudly on our t-shirts because that's something that's really important to us and that we're happy to promote. We're teaching them how to be not just great dancers, but great people, because ultimately that's what we want to create is better people here in the world.
Culture Shock Las Vegas is part of a network of Culture Shock organizations around the United States and Canada. You can learn more about the local nonprofit and classes by going to its website, which is on the bottom of your screen. Back to you, Mitch.
Kathy, thank you for that story. The Clark County School District is acknowledging the contributions of the Hispanic community and culture during Hispanic Heritage Month. Beginning September 15th, many schools in the district held special celebrations and events to honor the presence of Hispanic Latino culture in Southern Nevada, including this event at Rancho High School, organized by the Hispanic Student Union. Another event held at Northwest Career and Technical Academy included the Sunrise Mountain High School Ballet Folklorico dancers. Hispanic Heritage Month will end on October 15th. One CCSD elementary school recently joined a pretty elite group. Judy and John L. Goolsby Elementary School was named a National Blue Ribbon School recently. So how selective is this award? Goolsby is the only school to receive this award in the Clark County School District this year. It is one of just 3 schools statewide to be named a Blue Ribbon School and one of just 349 schools nationwide to receive this recognition. The award is based on overall academic excellence or progress in closing achievement gaps among student subgroups. Vice President of the School Board of Trustees, Carolyn Edwards, says what Goolsby has done can be done at any school.
Kim Cunningham here at Goolsby has done an exceptional job, but it is the whole team. If you don't have a team working together, you can't accomplish this. So this is really a great honor for this school, but any school can do this.
And joining me now in studio is the principal of Goolsby Elementary School, Kim Cunningham. First of all, we've got to say congratulations. This is a huge honor. Tell me how this feels for you and your team.
Oh, it's surreal.
Yeah.
We are so excited. We've been thinking about this for, I bet, since last March. We put the application in, waiting to see if we would get it, and found out on Monday that we got it.
How does that notification come through on Monday?
They sent us an email and said about, I believe it came about 10 o'clock, and said, congratulations, you are a winner of the Blue Ribbon. And then they gave us a website to look at, and they had the U.S. Secretary of Education talking, and they have highlighted profiles for us and everything. It's really exciting.
That's very exciting. One thing I want to point out is you actually, let's go back to Goolsby, you I think got the highest scores for reading and the highest scores in math in the state.
Last year.
Any school last year. That's what prompted the state to say, we're going to nominate you, Goolsby?
Right,
Is
right.
That's how it
happened.
happened.
That's how it happened, yes.
Okay, wow. Well, I think probably a lot of people have the question, at other schools, besides congratulations, it's like, wow, how do you do that? There's a couple of awards. I mean, there's a couple of ways they can do it. You received this award for overall academic excellence. What's the secret?
We have a team. We have the dedicated teachers who are fabulous. We have great parents, great students, a great community. We all work together as a team. Yeah. So when we win, when we've gotten awarded things like this, it's because we work together on it. You know, we all work hard in education. it's just, when I got to Goolsby 5 years ago, it's the culture of excellence.
That was already there.
That was
saying,
already
right?
there. It's already
Yeah.
there, and we just keep working hard and trudging along and making sure the kids learn.
Yeah, that culture of excellence is something that not, unfortunately, all schools have, and sometimes you can feel that when you walk in the school.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? How do you teach that? How is it? I mean, I get the team part, but how do you get there? I think that's probably what a lot of schools would like to know. How do you get there?
I think valuing teachers' expertise, getting right in there, doing professional development, getting into the classrooms, working on assessments, working on helping the kids grow, helping the teachers grow, working with parents in the community to get them involved with your school so that it becomes to be a team effort. Really, the kids need to be the ones that are at the forefront, and that's what we do.
There has to be, in many ways, I mean, you can't do it alone.
No.
You can't just start when they drop off their children at school. It kind of becomes a culture of excellence at home. How do you get, if someone said, how do you engage your parents? It sounds like your parents are already engaged, many of them.
Yes.
But advice you have for other schools and other principals, how do you engage parents to know what they do at school continues at home?
Well, we really focus on making sure you know what your child's doing at school. Look at Infinite Campus, make sure you know the grades that they're getting. Make sure that they're completing their homework, get them to school. If there's a PTA, join the PTA. Stay engaged with the websites. Go to community events or the school events. It's pretty easy. You just have to kind of look for some of those opportunities.
Yeah, you have to take the initiative.
You do.
To get involved. What I asked you, the students probably may not realize how big a deal this is, one of 349 schools nationwide. Are you going to do something special at the school? I know there was the award recently, notification, but anything else, or is this something that they will not necessarily recognize so much?
We are going to do something.
Yeah.
We have worked really hard for this, all of us, and so we want the students and we want to invite the community and the parents to come and have a celebration. So I've already started talking to some of my parents that love to plan things like this, and we're going to plan some type of celebration soon.
Yes. Well, it is, like I said, it's a very big deal, and we just are so congratulatory on what you've achieved over there, and really hope that it spreads to other schools. And we appreciate your time and continued success.
Thank you.
That's outstanding.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim Cunningham. A collection of 25 CCSD schools have been selected by the Nevada Department of Education for their outstanding achievement helping students affected by poverty. For that reason, the state has named them Shining Star Schools. That means the schools are high performing, and they also serve a significant percentage of students in poverty. In some elementary and middle schools, as much as 75% of students qualify for free or reduced price lunch in these cases. These are 4- or 5-star rated schools under the most recent Nevada School Performance Framework. The 25 schools include 17 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 6 high schools. We will show you a list of all the Shining Star schools at the very end of this program. Making sure all students have access to books, not just at school, but at home as well. That's what Spread the Word Nevada has worked to do in Southern Nevada since 2001. During that time, the nonprofit organization has distributed 4.7 million books to more than 500,000 students. And those numbers are likely to get larger very soon. Joining us now is the co-founder of Spread the Word, Lisa Hobbighorst. Lisa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So, you're expanding.
We are.
Tell me about that.
Well, we're very excited to announce that we are expanding to Washoe County. So we're taking on schools in the Reno-Sparks area. We will start by our first 2 adoptions in November, and we're very excited to be statewide and helping all the children of Nevada.
Right. The first thing that comes to my mind is you're going to need more books.
We are going to need more books, yes,
right.
Definitely.
So you have to get Northern Nevada kind of understanding the concept of what you do.
Exactly.
Have you started that already?
We have. We have 2 amazing team members up there already, and an office and a cleaning warehouse and all that. Now it's time to get the word out, get volunteers in, get books donated, and start just like we did down here 17 years ago, very grassroots, getting people involved and believing in what we do and helping the children up there.
Okay. Well, that's a great thing to do. I imagine there are going to be a couple of challenges when you because although we're in the same state, there's a lot of miles in between.
There is.
So
There
it's not
is.
just easy, hey, run these books up to Reno.
Yeah.
So there's some challenges. A couple of those?
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely helping to get started up there, and we're bringing books up and so forth and get it all started. But we really hope that within the next couple months, Reno will sustain itself. All those people will start to grab on to the magic of what we've done down here,
Right.
and it'll be its own self-sustaining nonprofit up there as well, under our umbrella, but definitely supporting itself.
Right. The importance of reading cannot be overemphasized. There are many studies that show that if a child is not proficient in reading by grade 3, as they get older and they need to read to be able to learn, they'll fall behind. Do you feel like Spread the Word has really added to our efforts? Obviously schools do a lot, but do you feel like you're also helping with that?
Definitely. I wouldn't be doing what I do if I didn't believe in it.
Okay.
It's the excitement. It's bringing the books home. It's their ownership of books. That's a huge part of reading. When kids feel like they own their own books, and they are. That's what we do. Is
You
we
give
give
it to
them
them.
their books.
They don't have to return them.
Exactly. And then our other programs bring in the family, so we're teaching the whole family the importance of reading together. Our Breakfast with Books or Snack Time with Books program. That's huge. If your mom and dad think enough to come to the school to learn to read with you, that means a lot to a child and shows them how important it is. And then we also have our mentor centers, Books and Buddies, and that's taking community members and reading one-on-one with struggling readers. So that excites the kids about reading, that somebody cares. A lot of times it's just checking in, making sure that they're reading, and then giving them great books to read, very exciting titles and the fun stuff, Dr. Seuss and all that. It's not a textbook reading,
Right.
It's fun reading.
Right. And it's important that, not all learning, as we were talking on this program, occurs at school. It also occurs at home, right?
Most of it occurs at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about books. You're going to need books. You always need books, right?
Yes.
What can you tell me about if someone has books, how do they get them to you?
They can either call the office and we'll schedule a pickup if they need us to come to their home, or they can drop them off at our office, which we're over by the DMV on American Pacific, 1065 American Pacific, out in Henderson. Stop by anytime. We're open from 9 to 4 every day, and we'd love to have their books.
Okay. I know you also work with a lot of companies to get volunteers to come in. And I've done this myself. You have to clean the books, right, that are donated.
Yeah.
Do you have those opportunities coming up?
We do. We always do. We have about 5 cleanings a week that are opportunities for anybody to come join. They're on our website. You can check it out. The dates are listed, and then you have to just register as a volunteer. We'll get you in. You pick your spot so that we have a place for you. A lot of times we haven't turned anybody away, but sometimes we have cleaning and 70 people will show up and we're not prepared for that. So we've started doing this RSVP thing, so we make sure our staffing is adequate for all the people who come to help. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, and you can bring your family.
Sure.
We take up to 8 years old, or under, 8 and older, so bring your kids and let them give back to the community too. We love it.
Sounds great. And we wish you success as you expand statewide. That's awesome. That's good.
We're very excited.
All right. Lisa, thanks so much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
55 Clark County School District students have been named semifinalists in the 2019 National Merit Scholarship Program. More than 1.6 million students across the country applied to become a National Merit Scholar. Just last month, about 16,000 students out of the 1.6 million were notified they are semifinalists, and those 55 students from CCSD are among that group. Each student is qualified to be a finalist based on their extensive application, academic record, participation in school and community activities, leadership abilities, employment, honors, and awards. The toughest part of all, maybe these 55 students won't know until February if they are a finalist. Well, here to talk more about the National Merit Scholarship and the number of CCSD students who made the semifinals is Dr. Diane Gullett. She is Deputy Superintendent with CCSD and a semifinalist, Aaron Sun from Clark High School. Welcome to both of you. Welcome to Inside Education, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell me about this. You found out last couple of weeks. Tell me how that went down.
Yeah, we were in class and they called us up to the office and put us into a conference room and told us that we were all qualified as National Merit semifinalists, and everyone was really excited because it's an incredible honor for all of us.
It's a huge, huge honor. So then, of course, you had to tell your parents. What did you do next?
Yeah, I texted my mom while I was in the room, And yeah, she was pretty excited too, so.
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Gullett, help us understand, for those of us that are not as familiar with the National Merit Scholarship, this is something that will allow many of these students to literally choose where they want to go. Colleges will be after these students, correct, if they become a finalist?
Absolutely. And as a deputy superintendent and as a parent of a National Merit Scholar, I know full well that the colleges really seek these students. It's very prestigious. So there's opportunities through various scholarships in terms of whether they choose a college scholarship or one of the National Merit Scholarships. So they have lots of choices.
Yeah, and in many cases, we're talking about a full ride scholarship, correct?
Correct. There are colleges throughout our country who offer full rides in terms that they provide tuition and expenses. So there's a really big array of options for them. So it depends on where they want to go, and then that college will often offer them some additional scholarships as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So as I understand it, Aaron, you are now in the application phase. You're a semifinalist, yes. And all the semifinalists have to fill out an application, includes an essay, and what else?
There's also teacher recommendations, obviously like personal information, and also a resume with the extracurricular activities that you've done throughout high school.
Okay, so you're in the process of filling that out,
yeah.
And that will go into the running to see whether you're a finalist. Mm-hmm. What's the toughest part? Is it the essay?
Yeah, it's definitely the essay.
Why is that so tough?
Well, the other parts of the application are fairly straightforward, like resume and activities and stuff. But the essay is where you really get to show who you are as an applicant. And the application readers want to know about things like what's your motivation to learn, or what experiences you've had, or really just anything that makes you unique. And sitting there thinking, how can I portray myself in a 700-word essay? That's extremely difficult, and it becomes a long process of drafting, writing, editing, and peer review until you end up with an essay that can really embody who you are. And being able to read that essay and kind of see yourself in it is really satisfying, but the whole process of essay writing definitely takes a while.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot writing on that essay, I think is what you're trying to say,
yeah.
Right? So 19, Dr. Gullett, 19 CCSD schools are represented with merit scholars, yes. Semifinalists. However, one school, Clark High School, yes. had, I think, probably I don't know if 25 students. Mm-hmm. What do we say about that?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. We have incredible talent, and we're just incredibly proud of the students' leadership at Clark High School. I've been there, I've walked classrooms, I've spent time with the leader, and I can tell you it takes great leadership and teachers to provide access and opportunity for these students to excel. These students are very bright and very talented, but providing those opportunities so they can have rigorous courses and have choices there so they can seek their path and shine and show the whole rest of the country what they know and what they're capable of.
Aaron, what do you say about this school? There's something going on at Clark. What is it, the environment?
Yeah, it's just like, Clark is just kind of an environment that's really set up for academic success. The students are all extremely driven to learn. We have some of the most rigorous courses in the country, and we have teachers who are really passionate about what they teach and always willing to help out the students. And we also have a staff and administration that's always setting us up for success. They're always willing to help us, and they're always providing us with opportunities to pursue whatever we want to go into after high school.
That's great. Before we go, I want to find out what are your plans? Obviously to go to college, but do you have a field of study and do you have a dream job?
Right now I really like entrepreneurship, and I also really like studying math and science. So ideally, I would like to become an entrepreneur who uses math and science to create disruptive technologies. I've done a little bit of both. I've done some entrepreneurship with patenting and development, and I've also done some research at places like Stony Brook University and the National Institutes of Health. And I really, really love doing both. So I like to mix the two together. As for college, I don't really have a specific place right now. I'm in the middle of the process.
You have some time. You have some time.
But I just want to go to a good school that will allow me to pursue an education in mathematics and computer science.
I think you're going to find it, Aaron. We wish you the absolute most success we can. Congratulations again. Dr. Gullett, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Well, finally, we want to pass along a well-earned congratulations. Clark High School's Ishan Vakil did very well during the 3rd International History Olympiad held in Berlin, Germany recently. Vakil competed against 224 students representing 20 different countries, including 20 different U.S. states, and came away with 3 gold, 2 silver and 5 bronze medals. The collection of medals helped Ishan compile one of the most outstanding performances of any student at the competition. He earned gold medals in the Art History Bee, a quiz tournament on the period of colonization in Africa, as well as the history of the Berlin exam. Big congratulations to Ishan Vakil. And we want to thank you for tuning in to Inside Education. Whether you're a student, parent, staff member, or taxpayer, we all have a stake in the public education system. A quick reminder that you can find this episode and past episodes of Inside Education on the Vegas PBS website. That's vegaspbs.org or the Vegas PBS YouTube page. As promised, we'll be back in 2 weeks with more stories and interviews that take you inside the Clark County School District. And we leave you now with the names of all those shining star schools. Congratulations to them. We'll see you soon.